Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to the zhpgarage. Hope you guys are all doing well today. And before we get into this video, I would just like to say, if you enjoy the content and if you enjoy this video, go down below, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button on this video. So as you can tell by the title, we are going to be going over to my auntie's place and starting up her 65 Impala for the first time in over 10 years. So the master mechanic has done a little bit of work to the engine, but other than the little bit of work he's done to the engine, it's pretty much for 10 years. It's been sitting, not running for over 10 years. So we're gonna make the cooler lines the same way that we made the brake lines in the first video that we did on the 65 Impala, which will be linked right here if you want to go and check it out if you haven't already. So let's not waste any more time. Make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video so you can see it running, and let's go see what he has going on.
Oh hey, what's going on YouTube? We decided to get this old Impala running, so I gotta make the cooler lines for this thing. It's the last thing I need before I can start it, because we changed the tranny. We put a 700 in it and haven't got a chance to finish it up. So I was just underneath there looking. It's kind of hokey before. It's got a cooler in it, but they're tied in. It used to be all rubber. I don't know what was going on with this thing. Gonna tee into this for right now just to get it started, but eventually we'll finish. I think this is in between. It's like in between the condenser and the radiator, or somewhere tucked up in there. But we're just going to tee into this for right now, but we're going to make hard lines up to this point. Overflow can wasn't on it. It wasn't bolted down, and being that it's part of the fan shroud, we had to bolt that up first before we can get started, so we got the lines hooked up. And if you ever wonder why I go to the bottom of the overflow can, because normally you go to the top, but this is like a recirculation style, because when the coolant gets hot, it expands, it'll push it out, and if it goes to the top, it's just going to push it out, and then when it cools down, it goes back down, and then your radiator winds up being low. But if you go to the bottom, it gets hot, it pushes it in, it pushes it into the bottle, then when it cools down, it's under vacuum, it sucks it back into the radiator. So your radiator, your cooling system always stays at the right level, it always stays full. So that's why I go to the bottom of it. It's an easier way to make it a recirculating overflow. And then on this side here, I got the wheel off. You can kind of check out the brakes, pretty trick. I got the brake line on it, I did that, and I got the shock put in this side. So that's why I have the tire off over here. I was in the middle of doing that. I still need to do the inner and outer tie rods. Almost got the suspension done, but we want to get it started. So we're gonna get back to those cooler lines. So I want these cooler lines to come down and kind of go, they're gonna go kind of below the starter and then above the frame and come out over here. So just trying to get this started. I already got like a 45 on it coming out of the cooler line on the tranny. So now I'm gonna kick it, I want to come down. So probably gonna put a 90, maybe 45 on it down here. I like to just do it by eye instead of measuring and drawing a whole bunch of lines over everything. All right, so we got one of them bent up. See how it fits. See how it fits, and we can copy it. So back underneath the car. It's pretty good. So now I'm gonna take this line back out. I'm gonna use it to copy, make the other one so it matches. Then we'll get these lines just attached up to it here. Just hook them to hard line right here for right now until we have time to finish changing that. So we don't need all this craziness, so we're going to shorten these up. You can see on the hard line I left the nut on there, so I'm just going to pull it back, then I'll clamp it, and then I can put a union in there and finish going to hard line up to the cooler later. We're going to use these two clamps for now, and we'll save all this cool stuff in the trash can for later. We're going to attempt to copy this line. The only difference is this goes to the lower outlet on the tranny, and then this one's going to go to the upper one above it. So just this needs to be a little bit longer is the only difference. I like to come alongside of it. So if I make this, I can just start back, and then if I don't like it, I can always cut it off. So make sure the nut is up here before the bend. So I did that one at a 45. So now we're going to come down. So we just need to make it longer than this one. We're going to be right above it like that. So now we need to come here and do a 90 because we want to be next to it. So that's the middle of our 90. So it wants to be right about here. So if you wanted to, you can just go like this. Give it a little kink so you know where you need to be. So we come up over the frame, cross member, so now we need to kick it back down here. Don't forget your nut. Now we're gonna flare it back out. So we're gonna throw these in. After I get them in, I don't have them with me right now, but I'm gonna put the rubber clamps and clamp them apart with a bolt in the center. It's gonna wind up holding them. But for right now, I'm just gonna put them in there just so we can get it started and see what else we need to do. So they're not 100% done yet. Put them in, then hook up the lines, put the tire back on it, put it on the ground, and we'll try to give it a start, see what happens. First time in over 10 years. Should be interesting. All right, so we got both the lines in. Don't forget you want to use 2 wrenches, but these lines are just, you need to get the clamps on them, but you see they're going to run about like so once they're held in place. They turned out pretty good. Not too bad for my sister's car. Now when you put the clamps on the front here, they come out right here. So I'll put a union on them later, but for right now I'll just push the nuts back. Oh, We're down there now. Well, this one wound up being too short, so we're gonna have to put this little extender in there for right now. All right, we got our 18 clamps. Not 18, but a whole bunch of clamps. Got them all tightened up. Tire back on it, we're gonna set it on the ground. We're gonna try to start this bad boy, see how it goes. I don't know how amazing the gas is gonna be after 10 years, but we'll see if it'll start off of it. Throw this little tire on here. Whoop. Now I can't remember if this thing even has training fluid in it. Doesn't look very promising. So I better put a couple quarts of fluid in this thing before we try to start it. All right, so I put four quarts of fluid in there. Now we're gonna try to start it. I gotta put our little battery cable on. I forgot to bring some gas with me to try to prime the carburetor. Hopefully we can get it going. I think I'm gonna take the air cleaner off, see if I can see it squirting. Then it'll look better if it shoots flames out, you'll see it. All right, let's give it a shot. See what happens here. A little 10-year startup. I got the real key this time. I don't even need to use my master key. I don't think it's getting any gas yet. Oh, it's smelling raunchy though. I'm gonna run the battery dead in a minute. We need to get some. Let me see if my sister has anything. Yeah, we don't even have any gas in the filter yet. Oh, wait. Oh, easy there. The only thing I found to put gas in is some empty tranny fluid. Good thing my sister has a Honda. Now we filled up the old space shuttle. Well, I couldn't find anything in my sister's house to put tranny fluid in. To put gas in, so I'm gonna put in empty training fluid bottles. That's all I can find. That one's full. My last one, I'll be a pro at this. We just need a little bit. We'll just put a little bit in each one. Oh, it does have a little marker on it. Hey, look at the marker. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Here, better get some towels. Got a little accident. Can you tidy that up? Nothing to see here, sir. Perfectly fine. Got our fresh training fluid now. Now we're gonna go get that Impala running. We'll just stick it here in the trash can. Now we can prime the carburetor. Let's go back and get that Impala running. So we're gonna dump some in here, but if you put it into the vent, it'll fill up the bowl and it'll run a little bit longer. So as we dump it, we want to try to get most of it in here, but some down into the carburetor. So we're gonna try to fill up the bowl. See what that gets us. Let's give it a go. Oh, gotta hook up a battery. Okay, let's try to start it now. Getting there. So I found this thing. Let's see if we can fill up that bowl a little bit more. Like my pink gasoline. Get a little athletic drink here. We need a bigger hole in it though. Needs to be high flow. A pair of dikes. See, now it's high flow. Now I can really fill that bowl up. Do a little squirt in the carburetor. It's being feisty. See if we got any gas up to our fuel filter yet. I don't know if this thing has any gas in it. Put in one of the new gas cans. Let's take the thing off there real quick. Let's stick it into the container. Maybe we can get gas to it a little quicker. I don't think that's helping our suction too much. And the line's got holes in it. See if we can set this right here a minute and put that inside of there. This is really getting to be super safe now.
Isn't it always?
Don't try this at home, kids. I think I got a longer hose. Let me see if I got a longer hose in the trunk. See if one that's not so hard we can manipulate it a little bit more. Let's take this hard, crusty one off of here. A little bit that it ran. It did have 60 pounds of oil pressure though, so off to a good start. Oh yeah, that's a good hose too. It's all cracked up. Put a fresh one on there. Set this on the ground. We're getting there. All right. Now we have gas. Give it another prime. A little bit in the carburetor. Let's try it again. See if we can get it to run a little bit longer. Hey, there we go. Got some fuel to it. Look at that, huh? Not too bad. 10 years of sitting, fires right up almost. Get some more training fluid. Whoops. Yeah, she runs pretty good for sitting for so long. It seems like the timing's off. Seems really really labored, really retarded, slow revving. So gotta check the timing on it and stuff, but it's not bad for coming to life after 10 years. Got the fan or something, blower running inside. Oh, fan was on. Had the heater on. What's going on, sir? So we ran it again. I moved the timing a little bit. It seems like it's retarded. I need to set the timing. I didn't bring my timing light. So we're gonna set the timing. We're gonna bring, next time we're gonna change the oil, set the timing, more training fluid, not enough training fluid, work on the brakes and stuff, but it runs pretty good. Might need a set of plugs. Seems like it's missing a little bit. Just doesn't seem right. So, but we'll get it straightened out. A good oil pressure. Once it warmed up, had 40 pounds at idle, not too shabby. We'll get it finished up and get the thing running, man. Get it on the road.
All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video and being able to see the 65 Impala running for the first time in over 10 years. I don't know if you had the same experience as me or the master mechanic, but it was pretty cool seeing a car that's been sitting for over 10 years finally running and just getting one step closer to being back on the road. So make sure to stay tuned for next video and you will see the 65 Impala, if not driving, then pretty much ready to be driven the first time on the road in a long time. So stay tuned for that. Here's a couple other videos to check out. Here's something else on the Impala, and here's something. I don't know. Check it out. See you guys next time.